All right, how you doing, guys? This is Frisbee Sports. So the weekend's over. We now know who's going to be in the Super Bowl. So I'm going to do a video here, reaction about both championship games with the AFC and the NFC. So first, we're going to start with the NFC, Saints versus Rams in New Orleans. So this was a battle between a young guy and an older guy. Obviously, Jared Goff versus Drew Brees. The Rams were 13-3 this season. The Saints were also 13-3. So that's pretty evenly matched teams. The first game these guys played, the Saints dominated and won that game. This time it was a little different. Started off that way. So started off first quarter, end of the first quarter, it was 13-0 Saints. First couple drives, they got down, kicked field goals, which obviously in a championship game you want to see touchdowns out of that. They struggled a little bit as far as completing, getting touchdowns, where they had to settle for a lot of field goals. Second quarter, the Rams came back and it was 10-13. They started to battle back after a difficult first quarter. Third quarter, they both had a pair of touchdowns. And then fourth quarter, the Rams got 6 points, New Orleans got 3. And then obviously, overtime, the Rams won. So let's break this game down. Stat-wise, a lot of things are pretty even here. Time of possession was about 30 minutes each. The difference maker in this game was the fact that the Rams were starting to get hot at the end, whereas the Saints started tapering off a little bit. They started off hot, didn't end so well. Obviously, you had the thing that everybody's been talking about, that non-pass interference call that was the easiest pass interference call I've ever seen in my life. In fact, it's probably the easiest call in general I've ever seen in my life. You can't get more obvious than that. In my opinion, I think the refs choked. I mean, they had a side referee right in front of it. I don't understand why you can't call that. If I'm a Saints fan right now, I'm punching my TV, throwing it out the window, going crazy. Drew Brees is 40 years old, okay? Now, last year had a good run. This year, you have a great run. You're in the championship game. A lot of people picked you to win, get to the Super Bowl. And he's, like I said, he's 40. You never know. This could have been his last good year. Not every quarterback's Tom Brady, okay? So, excuse me. So you never know. This could have been his last year. Maybe not. Hopefully it's not, because I'd like to see him get another one just to help him out as far as, his legacy and stuff. Obviously, he'll be remembered as a good quarterback, a great quarterback. But, another Super Bowl would help. Yeah. So that missed call basically ruined it all for the Saints. If they get that call, they win that game without a doubt. And I understand people say, well, they still had to win it, whatever. I understand there were a lot of missed calls, but the bottom line is that game's over if that's called. And the Saints are in the Super Bowl, not the Rams. So who knows? Maybe it was a marketing thing. They wanted LA, just for the market. I don't know. I understand it's good for that kicker, though, the Rams kicker. That's not an easy kick to make. I forget exactly how long it was, but I know it was really long. And in that dome, at the Saints, you know how loud they were. That's not easy. In fact, that's probably one of the hardest kicks he's ever had, if not the hardest. But anyways, back to that non-pass interference call. So in live time, when I'm watching that game, I'm at my friend's house, okay? So I'm watching that game, and I see it happen. I see him get smacked on the sideline. I looked to my friend, I said, hey, if I'm that receiver, I forget who exactly it was, but I'm laying on the ground like I'm dead, okay? I'm going to act like I'm injured. I'm going to create whatever, to get those fans going, because they were, as much as they were already upset, if I got hurt on the play as well, can you imagine? Like, it's ridiculous. And I know I seen, there's a petition going around or whatever, They're not going to change it. It's already done. The Rams are in the Super Bowl. So really sucks for Saints fans because it's like you always seem to fall short. But I don't know. Regardless, I think the Rams will be a good matchup. I wasn't surprised. I thought they had a good chance of making the Super Bowl. I just thought the Saints would edge this one out. So the Rams win 26-23, NFC champions for this year. All right, so let's switch to the AFC. So, let's talk about this. So, the 11-5 New England Patriots face the 12-4 Chiefs. Yes, these two teams played before, and the Patriots won in New England, or at New England, if I knew proper English. The mistake in that game was Mahomes got the ball and went down and scored too quickly. Now, I forget, I don't remember if that was the first play, whatever. But that was the mistake in that game. So in this game, I was expecting the opposite. I thought it'd be very close, but I thought Mahomes would get that last second drive, game-winning touchdown, field goal, whatever. That didn't happen. No, obviously, Mahomes, to me, looked like a quarter of himself in this game. I'm not even going to say half, because to me, he just looked extremely off as far as, I don't know if it was weather conditions or whatever. Who knows? Maybe it was nerves. But he did not look nearly as accurate as he was. He missed a wide open touchdown. But, he obviously made some big time plays. I believe he finished with 3 passing touchdowns. So, I mean, he had a good game, but not a Patrick Mahomes MVP game. That's the point I'm trying to make. The Patriots, Tom Brady had all day long. The Chiefs defense in the last game, we were all kind of shocked. It was like, wow, they're actually playing defense. They didn't. Other than a couple big time, they had that interception, and then they had the one where Ford on the last one had his hand in the neutral zone, which would have gave the Chiefs the ball back, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a big time mess up there. The Chiefs, there are a couple of questionable calls in this game as well. Obviously the Edelman thing. By the way, how about Edelman's beard? I have not seen him, in the regular season, and I don't know when he got it, but that's quite the beard he's got. Anyway, not that matters. But time of possession in this game, I noticed, just doing quick research here. The Patriots had the ball 43 minutes, 59 seconds, so basically 44 minutes. Chiefs had it only 21, so 20 minutes, 53 seconds. So time of possession was huge. The Patriots won this game by not having Mahomes on the field. That comes down to coaching, Belichick, whatever. It really, really sucks because, obviously sick and tired of seeing the Patriots in every year. But, you got to respect greatness. It's pretty amazing what they're doing. But, no, as far as this game, Brady had all the time he needed. They were getting no pressure, just like with the Chargers. In that game, Brady was able to sit back in the pocket, do whatever he needed to do, had all the time in the world. Same with this game. He was able to sit back in the pocket, pick them apart, find his guys, and obviously just do what he does. And you can't have that. And that's another thing. This Super Bowl matchup is going to be pretty interesting because obviously you got Ndamukong Suh, Aaron Donald, and others on that defensive line. They need to get pressure up the middle. I can't say that enough. If you take Brady out of his element, make him slip around in the pocket, try to beat you that way, and don't give him time to just drop back and, find his guy, who knows? You could possibly take him out of his element, and that certainly would help win that game. Now, that's coming later. That's not this video. But anyway, so the Patriots win again. Yeah. Tom Brady's 9th Super Bowl. Seems like he's 80 years old. I don't like him at all, but you got to respect him. If you don't respect him by now, and I went through that. In the past couple of Super Bowls they've been, and I'm like, well, everybody's, kissing his butt and such, whatever. But now it's to the point where you can't deny it anymore. If he's not, you can have your opinion on if he's the greatest of all time or not, but he certainly deserves to be talked about as the greatest of all time, or at least looked at as top 1, 2, whatever. So that's where we're at. Patriots versus the freaking Rams. Not the Super Bowl I wanted to see, that's for sure. And I think, unless you're fans of these two teams, and no disrespect to the Rams, but I would rather see the Saints in there just to see Breeze versus Brady. But I don't know. I was very surprised because Goff pre-playoff seemed very off the couple games. He didn't seem to be nearly as, accurate and as good as he normally is. So I was pretty surprised with that, but, it is what it is. They made the Super Bowl. They deserve respect, and who knows? Maybe they'll find a way to pull it off, but I don't know. I will say this, it was very entertaining that both championship games went into overtime. The excitement factor was great, but, obviously I think a lot of America would agree that this isn't the Super Bowl we wanted. I thought after the Rams game, because of that no call, call me conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I thought they were wanting Chiefs versus the Rams. So I thought, oh, well, no call. Hint, hint, Rams win. Well, the Chiefs are obviously going to win. But no, Brady and Belichick pulls it off yet again. So I think that's all I got for this video. Appreciate everybody watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Don't miss another video. I'm going to be talking about Antonio Brown's situation probably either tomorrow or sometime this week. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.